This behind me is the house underground, part of the Baxterley Hall estate. From the mid-18th century, it was used as a sand mine right up until the early 19th century. There's also evidence that it was potentially used as a smokehouse. Apparently, it could house up to 50 cows on this site. But it wasn't just this. It's on this site. There was also an ice house, because if they was using it as a smokehouse, they needed to store this meat safely. That is on the other side of you on the camera. I'm going to show you that at some point. But this is absolutely brilliant. Now, I believe when it was used as a sand mine, there was 4 adits, and there was also a steam-powered winding operation in there, I think. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you this one, and hopefully we can light it up enough if we need to. So I'm going to get straight into it. I'm not going to do any walking up to it. I'm already here. I'm going to show you the original stone building right behind me. Then I'm going to show you what's behind you. So look, an arch on the left and an arch on the right. That one seems to be a little misshapen at the top compared to the first one. There's also 2 ventilation sections at the top, look, and there's potentially also bits missing on the upper section there. Now on the left, this looks like it is some kind of furnace area. It looks like they've been having fires here anyway quite recently, because I can smell it. Must be quite a nice atmosphere in here. Now it is double arch, look. There's 2 of them, and that is probably the original one with a secondary one just there, look. I wasn't sure what that is. Shine a torch behind there at some point. It's probably just another stone wall, but again, it has got one of those arches, look, but it's a slightly lower level and a higher level to those pair there. On the right, pretty much the same look. You see it's been carved into that red sandstone. There's also, it's probably to let smoke out up there, look. Like a little chimney section, and also another hole just there. And again on the right hand side, a huge arch, look, but there's a lot of stone blocks down there buried under all these leaves. Not sure where they've come from. They've certainly not come from up there, because that is all red brick, so they've probably been scooped up from somewhere, haven't they? Just above the entranceway, look, you've got that rectangular vertical ventilation hole right above that archway, look, and you can see it again above that one too. Red brick roofs with a huge archway right in the centre, look. That's massive, isn't it? Looks a little bit like the way underground reservoirs are constructed, with all those archways all the way around, and then the curved arched roofs to go with. There are 2 historical interpretations, and some suggest that the structure did serve as a sandstone mine during the late 18th and early 19th centuries, and the evidence supporting this did include the identification of 4 adits and the remnants of a steam-powered winding mechanism, with the other theory proposing that the building functioned as a smokehouse for curing meat, based on architectural features of the structure which align with traditional smokehouse designs. Right, I'm back at this corrugated section again, and I've got the torch out, and there are steps, look. So potentially some kind of storeroom. Let's go down and we'll have a little look. I'm not expecting it to actually go anywhere. No. But try and get the beam away. You can see we're actually under that sandstone rock. So it's been dug out as probably a little storage area. Look, and they've used a lot of stone blocks to hold it up. I'll poke my head in, look. You can see it doesn't go anywhere on both sides. There is actually a gap there, look, if I take the beam away. You can just about make it out. I'll show you that on the other side when we go back out. So, at least we've got to have a little look in there. And if I walk around here, that is where the holes were looking through. And we were just underneath all of that. So that's astonishing, isn't it, this? And, you know, it's in relatively good condition, considering its age, lack of maintenance. I imagine people have been camping down here. I think that's why they've had the fire there. But on the outside, it is tidy. The litter isn't really there like you'd expect in these places quite often. So good on you for tidying up if you've been coming down here and taking your litter home. I'm going to show you the other one now that I promised you at the beginning. This is just something else, isn't it? I told you there'd be something else that was worth seeing after that main original building from over there. You've got this, and it is believed to be an ice house. Now, whether it was built long after the original structure was, I'm unsure, but it looks in a heck of a lot worse state of repair, doesn't it? This quaint little archway, that's really nice, isn't it? I like how you can get to the other archway in the line of sight on the opposite side of the building. But they've also got a little one on the left, look, a little bit like a tiny railway tunnel recess or refuge, and what was probably some kind of arched, either a furnace or a drying area for the smoking. So we can go inside, look. Now all this stone on the floor, I'm going to imagine, is missing from where I'm standing right now. Got this lovely arch, which is the main structure. Probably doesn't look very safe, so I don't think I'll be going to stand on top of it, but I'll show you what it looks like. There's that archway on the left, look. Reminds you of an old railway tunnel refuge. There is one on the opposite side. That one looks very, very worn out and tired, doesn't it? Big crack going down there as well. And then the two larger arches as well, look. Many cracks in the roof, and this is just one of them. Let's come in over that archway, look, over the top and into another arch just there. So that must have been a separate room, and a lot of stone and the brick arches collapsed away, look, just there. You can see the intricate construction of the arch, look. And you've got this stone wall, and then where you've got the arch on the left, it looks like the one on the right was also an arch, but it has just collapsed in on itself, look. And you've got that ventilation or lookout point right top centre. So coming through the other side, so I've just shown you that other archway there. Thankfully no graffiti on that one. I think we found the culprit of why there is this collapse. Look at this ginormous tree. It's just rooted itself in the top, look. And over time it's probably pushed some bricks down and they've eventually all collapsed. Look how high that is. Wonder how long that has actually been there. Maybe even when this was all in operation. I love this bit down here and that archway just there. I do wonder if in fact there was another archway on that left hand side, because it's clear that there was two here and potentially it was the same layout even with that top window looking out at the top. What do you think? I think that's what that would have been. Another recess cut into the wall there, look, and the same on the other side. But this one is well weathered. A lot of the bricks have gone, look. And this side, well, even worse. No bricks at all. So yeah, I believe that would have been an archway too. So let's have a look on the outside, where we can look back in and see it straight through, look, to the other main sand mine building. And out, I'll step backwards carefully. Sorry if there's any wobble. There we go. That's nice, isn't it? Right back at the beginning. I'm going to have a look, see if I can get on top of both of these, or have a look at them. I'm not going to stand directly on top, that'd be silly. Possibly the other one I can, because that was carved out into stone. That brick arch is far too dangerous. I'm going to put a load of photos on of this as well, so if you stick around to the end, that will be worth a look. Let's go and take a look at the roof. And this old image from the 1920s does confirm that archway look. It appears to be a higher entrance as opposed to a kind of window. The window being on the right, this does appear to be a doorway. So I'm approaching where I believe the arch probably starts. Where my foot is, I think it's going to be somewhere there, and I can hang you over, look, where the hole is that was just stood below, and you can see where all that wall has crumbled. It's missing. Look at it, it just blends into nature. Look how it's all grown on top. I mean, that's thick mud, isn't it, that's been dug into that, and obviously that's been piled on top when it was constructed, and over time it's just gradually got thicker and thicker. Look at it though, that's lovely, isn't it? It just sits there, doesn't it? So natural, and it almost looks older than it really is. I'm going to walk around now and see if we can get on top of this one. A lovely aerial image, look. No woodland around, it's just a hump of land and grass, but you can clearly see both the mine or smokehouse and the ice house directly in the middle. The hole in the roof also appears to be apparent from when this photograph was taken. Telltale signs again then. You've got this huge mound, look, just going up like that. So very similar to the one we was just on. Although I think you'll probably be able to stand on top of this without a problem, as I have done. And you can see that just there. Now I am wary that there are the holes on the right hand side. There they are, look. So 1, 2, we'll get to look at those in a moment. Now whether there was another one around there at one time, what looked like a chimney, where I said those fires had been lit in that cutout, that double arch. So we're very, very careful. So I'm gonna walk down here and we'll have a look at those access holes or collapses. There's certainly a chimney. I'm definitely going to say this first one is not. You can see it is. It's complete square build. Looking down, that's where we were. Just stood down there. So if we'd have just been facing the building, this would be at the back wall of the right hand arch. Now the other one, not so sure. I'm going to say it probably was built intentionally. It's not a collapse, it's too square, look, and you can see where there's brickwork all the way around, look. And again, this is on the same side, so there was 2 holes. Now whether there was more on that side, I'm unsure. It doesn't look like there's any evidence of that. So this was absolutely astonishing. So I've just come and done 2 videos down here. One was the old Baxterley Viaduct and the railway line towards the colliery. You might have seen this one before this one, so this is the second one today. I know there's other stuff to come back for here, so I will do it at a later date. But this is brilliant. This is actually the furthest south of Nottinghamshire or Derbyshire I've actually been, other than when I did Dudley Tunnel about 3 years ago. Never come south, so it's nice to do something in a different area. So any more suggestions? West Midlands. Let's have a look at the West Midlands later on this year, and you put your suggestions down below for that. But for now, this has been a phenomenal explore and visit, hasn't it? Get yourself here. There is a path which goes right past it, and I've seen a few dog walkers around while I've been too. So it looks like it's all fine to come here. And I shall see you in the very next video. Thank you to all channel members and Facebook subscribers too. $2.29 a month. You can look at some behind the scenes stuff. See you in the very next one. Bye bye for now.